Hey, babe. Ready to join the revolution?
Welcome to Boss Less, Babe More, a woman-first business movement where soulful strategy means brand clarity.
I'm Grace, alignment coach and Akashic record reader.
And I'm Reka, designer and brand strategist.
Together, we build businesses that are aligned, supported, and actually sustainable.
Fuck the rules. Let's change the world for every woman who comes after you.
Hey babes, welcome back to another week's episode. Today we're going to be talking about how you can babe it out if you are thinking about traveling, going somewhere, what it is that you need to do to take care of you and be living your best babe in life. And this is kind of in regards to me leaving. You're like, oh, what better to talk about? So I am going to be going on a fun little adventure to Arizona. I'll be there for most of the summer, hanging out. And of course, whenever you're traveling, like it really kind of wears on your body. You're basically in a tin can up in the sky, and it's so dry. There's all kinds of other people on there with you who have germs and things like that. So I think it's really important to be taking care of yourself both prior to flying or traveling long distances in general, and then also once you arrive. I'm curious, Reka, do you have any kind of fun tidbits up your sleeve, travel hacks for how to take care of yourself when you're traveling?
Yeah, there are a couple of things that are non-negotiable for me. Uh, One, I just want to say it's not quite about the body, but those packing cubes. Do you know what I'm talking about? Those bags that you zip down and it compresses your
Oh,
shit down. Lifesaver. Absolutely 100% love that. And now I have so many different sizes that it's like one is the underwear, one is the shirts, one is the whatever. I fucking love it. Super easy access to all my stuff and just so much more can be packed. So depending on where we travel, we try to just take two carry-ons, and having that saves a ton of space. So that is one that if you guys are not using packing cubes, highly, highly recommend, especially if you want to go with a lot of things but not carry, because you're going to check bags, so you have a little bit of freedom to pack whatever. But I would say packing cubes. But I get pretty serious about my vitamin C intake a couple of days before. I just use literally, I have a bag of ascorbic acid. Am I saying that right? Anyway, it's literally the building block to vitamin C, right? So it's a white powder, and sometimes I put it in the juices that I make at home. Obviously, it's very bitter or tart. I don't even know what the word is. So you got to be careful in your water with that. But vitamin C, if you have too much of it, you just pee it out. It's not like toxic on your body. So just kind of go balls to the walls with that. And so try to just build up the immune system a little bit. Depending, like in the winter time, sometimes I'll wear a mask through the airports or a couple of places, or even on the plane. I always have one in my little bag that if someone just like coughing up or whatever next to me, I just put it on. I'm like, I don't need to take whatever you're doing with me and then be fucking sick while I'm trying to be on vacation. So I think COVID kind of normalized that, where I don't feel weird. Like I never ever traveled with masks before. And then I got sick. Like it has happened many times. Like I would travel, somebody would sit right next to me. You're on a transatlantic flight for 8 hours. Guess what? You just got all of those germs. So now I don't feel weird about having a mask on it. And then socks, because even if we fly in the summertime, I'm so cold on the airplane. I'm so cold. So I have a special sock. And then I know some people think it's gross, but I'll walk on the airplane floor with that sock, because then it's just a travel sock, and then I throw it in the wash. Like I'm not using it for anything else. It's literally my house slippers for the plane. But I want thick socks even in the summertime. And then depending on where I travel and how the time zones work out, like if we travel internationally and I can force myself to stay awake for a couple more hours, I try to regulate my sleep as quickly as possible, because that's one of the things. Like, okay, well, Ohio time, it's, 2 a.m, but here it's like, I don't know, 8. Just stay up 2 more hours, because then even if you don't have the best night's sleep, you start to get on that cycle. So I feel like that's a really important one. And then trying to adjust to the new location as quickly as possible, I feel like is a pretty big one.
I love how the first thing that you brought up was like immediate organizational hacks. I was like,
Help myself. I saw that there's a system for this. Have you seen that like X or grid pattern for packing?
I have seen that, and it's like you get 9 outfits from like 3 shirts, 3 pants, 3 jackets or outerwear.
Yeah, and I actually have been already doing that, just didn't have that much of an organizational system to it. But I do that. I lay out all my clothes like, okay, this will go with this. Because there's nothing worse than like getting something out of your suitcase and you're like, I just don't feel like wearing it. And now you carried it all the way and it just doesn't match to whatever, or you're not going to wear the shoe with it. But yeah, it's me loving the organization of how to travel. And I have like the carry-on suitcases packed in a really particular way. Then my backpack, I have yet to not take a laptop anywhere. Not just because I like work-wise, I worry if somebody will need something, but that oftentimes becomes like what we watch movies on or something at night. So I'm like, I'm just gonna take a laptop. It's like a little security thing. My whole life is on it, so I'm taking it. And then I pay for a VPN. Yeah.
Oh.
So I paid for this VPN service. So my credit union in Europe, for example, will not display because it thinks it's like a fraudulent login. So I turn on my VPN, and then that way it's like points to somewhere in Alaska, and then I can log in, like do banking, stuff like that. The first time it happened, I'm like, oh no, my mortgage is due. How am I gonna pay it? And then I did a little research. I'm like, oh, actually, it's not that complicated. But I do that. And then I always have these water wipes in my bag, even the bathrooms or the like just general moving about. Like I just feel like my hands are continuously grimy the whole entire time. So I feel like I'm the mom with the baby. Like I just have the water wipes. I'm just a baby. I need everything wiped down. And especially if you get like gross and hot and sweaty, like.
Yeah, so many of the things that you do, I absolutely do as well. I do the sock thing. Like, I have my set of airplane socks that I walk around on the plane with.
Yes.
And then, yeah, I always have wipes. I always have hand sanitizer because it doesn't even matter if you don't really touch much. You just feel a little sticky and gross. Even if I'm only on the plane for a few hours, I still, as soon as I get to my destination, want to take a shower, like immediately. It's like I have a layer of something on me. Like those clothes get washed, I take a shower. You just feel so much better too afterwards. Like,
agreed. And I don't fucking care what I look like when I'm traveling. I'm in my sweats, I'm in my yoga pants, I'm in my comfiest whatever things. Like
I look like an absolute bag lady when I travel.
I do not know how people do full suits and like pants with belts and whatever.
Absolutely
I'm like,
not.
Hell no. Like I don't want to do that in my regular life anyway, but when I'm traveling, like shit's just like swelling, looks gross. I need to be comfortable, flexible. I'm like,
Also, as a girl, if I check all of my luggage, like I will have my toothbrush and I'll have an extra set of panties and just, things where it's like, I probably won't need this, but if I were to need it, I will be so happy if I have it.
Yeah.
Those are the things that I'll pack in my carry-on or my personal item bag.
I had lost luggage. This is a really, really long time ago, like 15 years ago. My sister turned 30 and we all they live in Hungary. So my sister and brother flew to Barcelona and me and my ex-husband flew to Barcelona. And our luggage got lost.
Oh, no.
And we didn't have anything for we didn't have anything for, I think it was like a 10-day trip. The whole entire time we had to go shopping. We literally had nothing. And every time I would call the airline, they're like, it's not here, it's not here, it's not here. We got back and the suitcases were waiting for us at the Dayton airport. We didn't have it the whole entire time. And so we had to go to the store. Like half of the trip was like finding, and my ex-husband was this really tall, big guy. Like it wasn't just like you just go to a Walmart and get whatever. It was a disaster. We basically had to wash the second day we went shopping when we realized this is like a longer term problem. But basically, we had to wash what we had on. And if I just had extra stuff in my carry-on or in my purse, just like I could have just washed one set of underwear and then wear the other one the
Yeah.
next day.
Yeah.
So
Well,
bad.
the reason I started doing it, so I used to be a professional model and would travel all over the place with different companies, and I would be in Florida a lot, and there would end up being a lot of storms. So I would always end up getting stuck at Charlotte,
Uh-huh.
or I would be just stuck in Orlando. So I've spent the night in so many airports, so
Uh-huh.
many times, unexpectedly. And so it's like, just as a girl, I'm like, I need a toothbrush and I need an extra
Yeah.
pair of panties. Oh, this is another thing that I do. This is for my energy workers. This is a little niche, but if you have ever been on an airplane where there is a screaming baby,
Mm-hmm. Many times.
oh my God, it's so grating. So what you can actually do is just send energy to the baby and it makes them fall asleep so fast, and then you can have a peaceful flight. 10
That
out of
is
10 would
great. I have
recommend.
never thought about that.
Yeah, we've all been on a flight like that. If you were an energy
Mm-hmm.
worker, girl, you have
Do it.
everything that you need to take care of that situation. I think
I love
just
that.
like being able to do Reiki in general is so nice when you travel as well. I've been on a caravan through canyons and stuff, and it's like a really bumpy, rocky road, and people get car sick from
Yeah.
being in the car, and that's really useful. Or like the air pressure, like if your ears ever hurt
Uh-huh.
from being on a plane with the air pressure.
What else? I try not to eat any of the airport food or the plane food if I can help it, or be really picky about it because there's some stuff that's just so gross. I'm like, you know what? Let's just grab something, even if it's a fast food place at the airport. It's like not the best meal I can have, but I know that the one on the plane is gonna be like a weird mush or like now I'm hungry.
Unless you're traveling internationally, then the plane food is so good.
It honestly, it depends. I have had a couple where I'm like, this is fucking like sloppy, bad shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
I
I've
don't know
never
if it
had
depends.
that.
I don't know if it depends on airlines or whatnot, but and then the small ones where it's like, here's some peanuts or whatever. I'm like, I'm good, thanks. I'm not gonna create more trash for you. I have my own peanuts. No, I feel like some of the international food is it probably depends on the airline, but there have been a couple where I'm like, I should have eaten beforehand. Those would be my main ones. And then just a giant load of patience. I feel like I always have to like tune myself to there's going to be screaming babies, there's going to be impatient people, there's going to be somebody who's missing their plane. It can be a really stressful environment for a lot of people. So I'm going to come across some people who are stressed or who are running or bump into me or I don't know, stuff
Yeah.
that I just need to like be aware of that is coming and happening.
Yeah, I feel that too. Now that global surveillance is really
Oh my
coming in
gosh.
hot and heavy, like you go through security, and now what they're having you do is scan your face.
Mm-hmm.
And they really will pressure you into doing that. I refuse to get my face scanned. It is your right to opt out, and all you have to tell them is I'm going to opt out, and you are completely in legal rights to opt out if you do not want to have them scanning your face. But people like they act like it's such a fucking hassle
Yeah.
to look at your ID or your passport
Yeah.
instead of, well, I just
You
want to
just
scan
walk
your
through it.
face. Yeah. So, I'm aware that I'm going to cause a hassle for this person, but also I'm completely within my rights, and also I don't want my face scanned. So it's like staying calm and not escalating anything.
Yeah, and we talked about this in context of a different episode and content, but headphones, I will keep my headphones in, even I have little AirPods. Even if they die, I have it in my ear. Like I'm just trying to signal like do not talk to me. Like
Yeah.
especially on an airplane. I haven't traveled by myself in an airplane in a while, but somebody just wanting to download their life story to you or are so interested in your story. It's like I'm trying to get work done here. I'm listening to a book. I'm like writing. Like don't. This is I'm not trying to make a new friend. Every now and then, if I'm in the mood, like that's fine. But it's like the headphones, I feel like are signaling, like I can actually hear you, but I'm just gonna pretend like those are in. I'm not available to you. Thank you.
Yeah, I kind of like doing that, but I also think that airports are just such interesting ways to meet people, and so I'm the annoying person that you speak of.
Oh, really?
Who like,
Like, tell me more.
yeah.
Like, bitch.
Yeah, I've made so many friends at airports that like we had an hour flight together
Oh,
and
wow.
like we still stay in contact. Like I have a buddy in London that I met when I was at the Orlando airport. I've got a buddy that I met on my way to Costa Rica. Yeah, I've got like a bunch of people that it's like I just randomly met them on an airline and now we're friends.
That's what I would expect this story to be flipped. Like I'm the person who meets random strangers, and you're the one who's like headphones always. Like I'm surprised that you're the opposite.
No,
in
I
this
really
regard.
like meeting people.
I mean, it is, I think people who travel, whether you travel for work or whatever, it's a different kind of animal. Like those, I think those are self-selecting in a lot of ways. Like they're curious, they're adventurous, they're willing to get out of their comfort zone, they're willing to go through this like whole process. And I get that there's like this sense of putting yourself through this situation because you want to get to this end destination that's like really interesting, or you're going hiking or to a festival or seeing family or whatever. Like I just feel like airport people or people who travel are maybe not always, but I feel like they're more curious. They're just more interesting. They're willing to put themselves out there. Like how many people do you know like never left the state, never left the county they live in?
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? Go see the world.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, okay, don't fly, get into a car, like
I
go
met
explore.
Yeah, I met a girl when I was at the Dubai airport and she was fascinating. She was like, "Yeah, I'm here because I like to go skydiving all over the world and this has like one of the world's tallest buildings that you can skydive off of." So then we started following each other on Instagram and like she does all kinds of crazy travel and like
Wow.
this was years ago that I met her and it was just we had like a pizza in the airport together. And oh, now I get to watch you do all of your wild, crazy adventures.
Yeah, that is wild. I'm trying to think what else. It's a little bit, it's not quite for the travel, but I am really, I mean, I will compromise sleep to make sure that my house is in complete order. That all
So
of the
when you come
laundry's
back,
done, everything is folded, everything is clean, mopped, the dishwasher is emptied, the bed has new sheets on it. Like maybe, I've been traveling for a handful of hours. Maybe I had to get up early in the morning to get on my flight. There's no fucking way I'm coming home to disarray. Not that our house is ever in disarray. It's usually pretty organized, but I make extra effort to organize everything in a way I'm like, I'm home versus, shit, I didn't do this one thing. And then if we travel with dog, I mean, she's just like a little baby. So there's like all these extra things that you gotta pack for her. But it is wild how the dog community has the amount of travel toys, containers, foldable, collapsible, like really smart things that exist. Wild. Like this girl has, I mean, other than having a little backpack where she carries her stuff, which I've thought about doing, like she has all of these really cool toys and containers and all sorts of stuff where it's like, okay, this is really easy breezy. So if you look online, there's so many really fun travel things, like depending on your needs. The one thing I have not solved is the neck pillow issue for a plane. I have purchased probably 5 or 6 different neck pillows. None of them work for me. Like they are fine and they help a little bit of like not really breaking my neck while I'm on the plane, but I have not found the perfect one yet. I've tried the ostrich, the regular ones, the foam ones, the inflatable things. I've got one of those that you like lay down on when you fold the table. So one day when I'm just like exclusively first class and business class, just like laying down on the bed, I'll be probably comfy. But yeah, I would say those are my favorite tips and tricks. But really, I think an important thing is know that you can always get something. Like I used to overpack my bags thinking, oh, I will need this, I will need that, and then end up not using a bunch of that stuff. While some of that comes with experience over time of traveling enough to really know what you need, know that, especially if you're traveling within the US, there's going to be another Walmart or Target, some
Absolutely.
place where you can buy that one thing that you forgot. If your bag is too heavy, if you're hauling that carry-on that's 5,000 pounds and you have to run through the airport because you were delayed on the previous flight, it's so fucking stressful. Like less is way more. Or I know people travel like this, leave stuff behind, which I think is kind of cool. I've never done that, but I usually travel pretty minimal. There's not much to leave behind. But it's like, okay, here are the things, donate the clothes at the end. Like, that's actually kind of a cool way to do it too.
Yeah, then you can refill your suitcase with sous vide. And I like to go shopping. I'll go get a couple pieces of clothes or,
Yeah, just to
something
remember.
to come back with. Yeah, well, living in Ohio, the clothing situation is
Pretty boring.
so mediocre.
Yeah.
So I love going to other places and just like thrift stores in big cities. Oh my God.
So good.
Thrifting in LA is like
Oh, yeah.
magical. Portland.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna go find some weird shit and bring it home.
Yeah, you won't find this anywhere else. And if someone compliments you, could be like, yeah, I thrifted this in
I know,
Portland.
there's like
Good
a
luck.
fun story behind it. Yeah.
I usually do that with earrings. I always try to get an earring
Earrings.
for wherever I go.
That's cute. So yeah, guys, this is what we like to do to make sure that we can babe while we're traveling. If there are any interesting travel hacks that you have, let us know on our Instagram page at Boss Less Babe More. We would love to hear from you. And until then,
Don't forget
to Boss Less Babe More.